challenging realities, both globally, regionally, and nationally, in which that university should not stay in isolated manner, because they will be left far behind there. And next one is, what is university potential if they would like to maximize their capacity to serve the people by using technology, especially Center of Technology or Center of Excellence. And the very last is, I would like to share to you a few lessons learned that probably could be a great modality for other nations. Vietnam will probably adopt it, Malaysia, Singapore, Thailand, or any countries that if you feel that's this relevant, that's mostly welcome. Let me start with the term and concept. Indeed, according to UNESCO, university is a scientific community whose members being fully committed to the pursuit of truth, whose members being fully committed to science and technology, whose members being fully committed to the promotion and protection of human dignity, promoting prosperity, promoting justice, promoting human rights, and also the creation of a world peace. So sweet mission of university. So there is a mandate in university environment to maximize the utilization of the technology to serve the people, to serve the children, to solve the student, to solve the community, to serve their country, and to serve the universal humanity. But how to do so then? We need to address our center of excellence, because no one has universal capability. Professor Aisha shared to us the importance to identify our excellence. So now if I mention to you, within ASEAN, we have a few center of excellence, or we can say center of technology. For instance, Thailand, dear professor, we know under senior and the ASEAN system, Center of Excellence for Medical and Tropical Medicine is in Chulalongkorn University. So the entire nation across ASEAN put that Center of Technology. Industrial Revolution 4.0 should be developed at these 4 medical areas. Center of Excellence for Science and Mathematics locates in Penang in Malaysia. Center of Excellence for Vocational Science, Vocational Education locates in Brunei Darussalam. So all of us here have a certain mandate as a center of technology by using whatever technology you have to capacitate yourself to share your expertise to empower the whole community of nation within ASEAN territory. So within that spirit, the agenda, the moral or intellectual mandate or noble mandate of university to serve the services, to prioritize the powerless, the poor, the isolated community, to empower the powerless through R&D, research and development, through community services. If you don't be touched with the humanity spirit, then there is no need for university. So university, according to UNESCO, has a noble mission, noble spirit, noble mandate to win the mind and the heart of the poor, to win the mind and the heart of the powerless. So now that's actually the concept. So let us share, let us contextualize the global picture we have here. We have 194 countries across the world, including your country, Monica. Don't worry, Canada, very big country. So altogether, except Taiwan, because they are not yet member of United Nations, despite I visited Taiwan, Taipei a few days ago. But look, these 194 countries across the world has addressed two emerging realities. One is there is a gap, we call it man and nature. The resources we have is not the benefit for the majority of the world population. We are now having 7.3 billion people. Just to benefit the selected few of the world community. Because, for instance, Indonesia have 264 million people. Every single Indonesian need food, need electricity, need transport, need hospital, need school, but this becoming scarce. So there's a mismatch here then. So the challenging reality is those who cannot compete, they will be left far behind. They will be victimized by those who have power. This is new colonization could occur over here because inequality of resources. The second one, I think this could be for many centuries ahead, probably. The second challenging picture remain in front of us, the gap between North and South. When I was in USA, I used to work at a small street in New York, that Wall Street. The Wall Street in New York, every single day, the total world finance circulates at this small road is $3 trillion per single day. And the corner at the Wall Street, there's a Citibank over there, transfer at least $800 billion to only 6 or 7 countries. Means that the extreme gap we have between the power and the powerless, between the North and the South. So what is actually the picture here we have across the world? This is the latest report published in UK. Russia is the most unequal. Then India, and the third is Thailand. So Professor Karim, that we have the same. Indonesia is the fourth most unequal. But there's a unique one. For Thailand, the majority of economy, especially land, that's under the authority or belongs to the king families. But for us, it's majority for Indonesian business person, originally Chinese. Jadi WNA keturunan Cina gitu. Itulah yang menguasai seluruh kekayaan negeri ini. So look, Indonesia is not a small country. Look, Singapore is there, but the size of Singapore is a little bit smaller than the island. We have an island, small island in the center of lake. So we have lake in Toba. The island in the center of the lake is much bigger than Singapore. So we have 6,000 islands are not yet occupied, and about 4,000 is similar size of Singapore. For Brunei, it's quite small. I think we can put all the Bruneian in one building in Jakarta, yeah? Because Gelora Bung Karno, yeah, Sport Center could be a few hundred thousands. So means Indonesia indeed is a continent, because our size is 2 million square kilometers for land, but 6.2 for sea territory. Means totally 8.2 million kilometers for the entire Indonesia. Ini kata Pak Habibie, benua maritim. Ukuran Indonesia 2 kali lebih besar dari Uni Eropa. So twice much larger than European Union after British access. Because today the size of EU is only 4.1 million square kilometers. Canada is still much bigger than us. Yeah, so you're the second largest. But look, this is a new publication made by World Bank. So this is a Chinese business origin. Ini saudara kembar warga negara Indonesia. So according to this, Indonesia is collapsed. So no more Indonesian because extreme social gap. Merah dan putih sudah tidak ada, berpisah. The smiling Chinese origin dan pribumi Melayu, Jawa yang menangis. So there's a few hundred pages there, and we have a 4 here, business person originally Chinese, China. Itu kekayaannya 4 orang sama dengan hampir kekayaan seluruh setengah penduduk negeri ini. According to World Bank, if only one this Chinese business person donate their money to the poor Indonesians, within 1 year, no Indonesian citizen is poor. Tidak ada lagi orang miskin di Indonesia karena kayanya orang pengusaha Cina ini gitu. So look again here. The data I can to show to you, the published in Kompas 14 March 2018, just a few months back. So 7 or 6 Chinese business person, their land is 35 million square kilometers, means that 500 times much bigger the size of Jakarta. That belong to 6 persons. So can you imagine it? Maybe 100 times much bigger than the size of Kuala Lumpur. Belong to just only 6 persons, 6 business persons. This is a tragedy for humanity. There's another 5 or 7, it says 14 million square hectares belong to just 3 or 4 percentage for palm oil. You see, with the latest one, President gave subsidy to develop palm oil industry. So look, but unfortunately, 80% of their money they put it somewhere else, including Singapore. According to the latest I calculated, it's about 4 trillion to 5 trillion US dollars. Those money are in Singapore. When I was Vice Minister, Director General in early 2000, I was trying to find the location of the money they put in Australia, Hendra Harja, Eddie Tansil, but I cannot bring back until they die because the federal system of Australian law cannot force me to have that one. So this is Jokowi's statement that 11 trillion rupiahs are put somewhere, mostly in China, Hong Kong, and Singapore. I mean, this is about 8 trillion US dollars. They run away, they put it. So they rob Indonesian money, Indonesian resources, and they never stay here. Look, this is the data we have at the moment. Compare with our national budget, kita hanya 2.200 triliun. Ini 11.000 triliun. Jadi 4-5 tahun duit yang dibawa pengusaha-pengusaha keturunan Cina ini itu duit yang beredar di seluruh Indonesia 265 juta setahun. Jadi 4 tahun kita kalau dikembalikan itu bisa kita kaya raya, tapi tidak ada nasionalismenya. Nah, ini satu hal yang menarik. Ini di Google, ada suku Ainu di Jepang. Dia sudah ribuan tahun mendiami Hokkaido, tapi baru tahun 1800 baru diakui bahwa dia orang Jepang. Jadi tidak mudah orang terus dapat KTP terus mau jadi presiden. This is in Japan. So they have been there for many thousand years, but just 2006 Japanese government say, come on, your origin of Japan. But Indonesia no. You just today you have KTP, ID card, then you can be elected as a governor, as a president. Like you, Monica, if you have ID card, so next year, the following day, you can declare, you say, hey, come on. And now the candidate, like Obama, yeah? So after big year, become president of the United States. So now, this is the danger in front of us. Whether Indonesia survive or not, whether we still have Indonesia or not. But according to World Bank report, no more Indonesia because of social discrepancy. They are not for the people, but only for the Chinese minority. Just very similar to this, the portrait of apartheid in South Africa to the black. So this is the danger. So now let's see what we can do then for university. University, according to these economists, well, it's a single community, like ASEAN community, EU community, or whatever then. The whole world is a university. And I would like to take to you then like a senior model, how do you see collaborate France, Singapore, Thailand, and with our center of excellence, we could share resources to maximize our contribution to humanity. I have here laureate model. Laureate is under the leadership of President Bill Clinton. I was appointed as advisor in Asia for Laureate Network. Laureate at the moment has 220 campuses across 72 nations, 220 campuses, including INTI in Nilai, Datuk. Yeah. So they have also in Singapore, they have in Thailand, Stanford in Bangkok, but we don't have that in Indonesia. So I have, if you Google it, I have a few articles related to this issue in about the nation, the Bangkok Post, in the Nordic page in Norway, and the Bangkok Post related with this university role into Asia Pacific Economic Cooperation, university contribution to what is this one? To ASEAN, and so on and so on. So here, look, we have 4,445 universities. We are twice much larger than University in China. So very big university, but it seems no benefit to the people. So if I may say, well, this is intellectual disaster because our university is not for the people, but it's just only for the elites. So now I would like to serve the community in line with their economic corridor, like senior model, like laureate model, like Asia Pacific Cooperation model, to serve according to the economic community. So look how we maximize the benefit of Industry 4.0 for the benefit of the people, to maximize it, and then, well, let me here share to you a few lessons learned for best practices. You can immediately replicate it. So first, here Polinema in Malang, small university, just maybe 10 times much smaller than UNRI, Universitas Riau. But I found that this applied science university in Malang could earn across more than 400 million last year, and increasingly to approach maybe 1 trillion or so. Very advanced in terms of maximizing the benefit of the university. What they are doing in this university is to serve the people beyond their location in Malang, but they serve even Timor-Leste, even far distant is Nusa Tenggara and West Nusa Tenggara. The focus is to produce small-scale food industry, for machine, for small-scale food industry. For instance, there is a vacuum drying machine. They put it apple here, and the machine is put there, and immediately like apa kerupuk ya Pak? Terus kering itu buah, and then they juice it. Luar biasa. Macam-macam mesin yang dibuat dan bisa memperoleh keuntungan. They even serve in Timor-Leste to capacitate the secondary vocational school and even also for vocational higher education system. So zero unemployment for their graduates, new job creation, a few hundred innovations. They have non-tax revenue increase and wider partnership. And I love your Michael, for your presentation, important to engage with industry, and also Prof. Hamdan. So I think let's hand in hand with industry for the benefit of the people. So now let's move to another example. This is in Manado, North Sulawesi. North Sulawesi has 3.5 million kelapa, ya, coconut tree, tapi tidak produktif lagi, sudah tua. Sudah 80 tahun sampai lebih 100 tahun, 3,5 juta. kelapa yang aktif, produktif ada 3,5 juta juga. Tapi masyarakatnya tetap miskin. Pendapatannya 340.000 sebulan. Kasihan ya. So what is Polindo made innovation? Come on. They change their curriculum. Yes, I'm approaching to the end. The curriculum they changed three approach. One is problem based. There's a problem there, mismatch between resources and university orientation. Through that one, then they try to develop their R&D and product oriented. Dia coba kelola macam-macam lah bentuk produk dari kelapa ini, gitu. And then the third is partnership model or industry partnership development. There's 3 layers. Nah ini contohnya ya. They make a house made of coconut tree. They export it to Brazil, to ASEAN countries, ya. Ada perabot-perabotnya, furnitures and so on. And even here they produce fiber, coconut shell. Itu bisa buat tehel, bisa buat dinding, even for the roof. Because very strong fiber of coconut fruits, ya. And also dia ini arangnya ya, itu bisa dipakai untuk diekspor ke Eropa kemana, karena tidak pakai lagi kayu untuk musim dingin untuk sebagai pembakaran karena lingkungan hidup. Jadi diekspor diimpor dari sini dan kemudian tiba-tiba perguruan tinggi ini kaya raya, ya. Jadi bisa menghasilkan luar biasa. So the benefit is reducing poverty, empowering the poor, the new job creation, innovation, and local creativity, because IT technology is there, and also improving their revenue and wider partnership with communities. So very simple modality: problem based, then product based, then the last project based for partnership. So I hope, I'm dreaming that the university can change their orientation at the moment to serve the people with social entrepreneurship spirit, because there are a number of social issues that we need. If I may borrow Pak Lahun, when he was Prime Minister of Malaysia, I was there in Paris at the time as international consultant for UNESCO. Prime Minister of Malaysia said, for Malaysia, education is not an extremely important issue. They don't use the term. Or I don't also use the term absolutely vital one. But for Malaysia, education is a matter of life and death for many nations. Saya kira itu semangatnya, kita hidup atau mati kalau kita tidak sungguh-sungguh membenahi pendidikan. Menurut Bank Dunia, Indonesia sudah mati karena seluruh kekayaan negaranya ini tidak dimiliki orang Indonesia, tapi dirampok, dibawa keluar. Dulu ada perahu kecil namanya perahu VOC, bisa tinggal di sini lebih 350 tahun dan 350 tahun, bernama kapal VOC Belanda. Sekarang ini kalau dibanding kedatangan pengusaha-pengusaha Cina, mungkin puluhan ribu kapal VOC sudah di Indonesia. Karena dua yang kita lakukan, bebas visa masuk, siapapun asal Cina bebas. Kalau saya mau ke Cina harus bayar $100, jadi tidak ada. Kedua, bisa bekerja di sini dengan pakai bahasa Cina, sementara kita tidak bisa pakai bahasa Cina kalau bekerja di tempat lain. Tapi kalau kita ribut, tiba-tiba kampus disebut kampus teroris, kampus fundamentalis, karena melindungi pengusaha-pengusaha Cina. Saya kira demikian perspektif saya untuk membuka wawasan teman-teman supaya di depan kita ada penjagaan. Thank you so much, as my preach, ya.
Terima kasih Pak Habib Abbas, Bapak-bapak dan Ibu-ibu. We come to the next program. The next program is question and answer session. So we just only have 10 minutes. So maybe we just only invite 3 questioners. Three questioner with one question. Yeah, so three questions. One in the left, in the middle, in the right, my right hand. Okay, you for one, stand up, please, dear. And the second one? Yeah, the man. The third one should be, the third one, the third one, yeah. First, come for service, ya. Ya, jangan lupa sebutkan nama, ya, kemudian professional, kemudian direct question, not too much word. Focus to the question because we have only a limited time. Okay, you the next one, okay, you didn't start, stand up, yeah, you. Hey, stand up, you, yeah, stand up, number three, number 1, 2, 3, yeah. 1, 2, 3. Again, the number 2. Okay. Thank you, folks.
Hello.
Hello, too.
Hello. My name is Silas. I am from Austria, Europe, and I have a question for the Honorable Dr. Hafi Abbas. You talked a lot about the imbalances within the population in Indonesia, for instance, and also, I assume, in general, in the world, in the economic sector. I just want to give a very short statement. In 2016, Google had $22 billion of revenue in Europe, of which they paid 45 million tax in Ireland, so 0.2%. On average, a worker in Austria pays 25 to 35% income tax on his wage, for instance. So you talked about solidarity. Every sausage stand, we sell sausages in Austria, yeah? So a food stand pays more tax than Starbucks in Austria, for instance. What with Amazon, Facebook, it's all the same story. They collect revenue and they transport it to another facility, to another institution of their own company in countries where they pay less taxes. All this goes for multinational and online businesses that have few employees, so few people that actually pay income tax, that actually earn revenue for their own livelihoods. And what
Please eliminate your question. It's too much.
My question for you is, do you think the solidarity within the population and within the ASEAN countries is on the right path and is maybe already there in order to facilitate an equalization of the imbalances that are there currently? Because in Europe, I feel like it has not worked yet.
Okay. Your question addressed to Pak Habib, right?
Say again?
Your question addressed to Pak Habib, right?
Yes.
Okay. So, do not hope. Okay. You can hold it.
Good afternoon, everyone. So my question is actually because I'm an elementary teacher, so it's very practical and simple question for Professor Siti Aisyah. What is the best thing that we can do as a teacher to prepare our students to be ready for the industrial revolution? I know we are discussing about university context, but of course the roles of the lower level education cannot forget. Thank you very much.
Okay, good. The next one.
Okay, because it's not too long words, I might get short. So, because our conditions in Indonesia, Mr. Halfik has opened our eyes. Our condition in Indonesia is really very sad. So, how will be Indonesia in the next future? Because our conditions in now era is really bad. So, how can we face this for Indonesia industrial revolution? Thank you.
We are talking Indonesia bubar 2030. Ya, lebih tepat lebih bagus. Ya. Baik. Bu Aisyah, first, this is a question for you, right?
Thank you for the question. It's a good question. Also, the question is, what is the role of teachers in the fourth industrial revolution? Very straight question. Okay, so as I discussed just now about the future situation when the technology changes, so means that in the beginning, from primary school, not only in the university, but from the primary school we already need to equip our students, our children, with the new kind of future technology. Okay, so as a teacher, the most important thing here is about retraining in terms of how to use the new technology, because the training that we get at the moment most is suitable for this current situation, the current situation that we already face nowadays. But if we predict like 5 years, 10 years in the future, especially for our young generation, so the teachers need to be retrained. So in order to be retrained, so this is also related to the government policy. This is the crucial part in terms of the budget allocation, in terms of this retraining of the teachers for the future education situation, especially for the curriculum development. That is one thing, the challenge. Either the government is willing to put the budget in order to retrain our teachers in the future to get this kind of new skills. And then the second thing is about the facilities. Not only the skill that we learn through the training, but also the facilities in school also need to be upgraded. So this is another challenge. That this also is the big task from the government to give allocation in terms of budget to upgrade the facilities in terms of technology that can be used by the teacher and also the student in order to get all the skills that necessary to embed for them for the future job. So this actually is easy to talk, okay, but in terms of the application, it's really need the support, okay, and also the priority, put as a priority from the policy of the government in order to put the budget for the retraining, also to upgrade the facilities in school, also including in the primary school. And then in Malaysia nowadays, what happened with our new Minister of Education, from the primary school, we try to build up our students with the soft skill, not from the academic oriented, but the soft skill like confidence, cognitive skill, communication, and also what I mentioned just now about the intelligence, multiple intelligence. So this is a new things that need to restructure, okay, the curriculum design in order to make sure that not only based on the academic oriented is like previously, but in the future we try to design a new curriculum. So all these changes will need necessary skill also from the teacher's perspective. Okay, so that's all my straight answer with these questions. Thank you.
Okay, terima kasih. Pak Habib ada dua questions. Tax income tax dengan.
Yes, thank you so much, Austria. I hope you'll be next Austrian ambassador to Indonesia. But when you're here, then when you're Austria, you're ambassador of Indonesia to Austria. You're a great country, so I hope you stay here for 2 years or 3 years. You can really enjoy the hospitality of real people, the Melayu people. And I hope, how many days you have been here then?
Have been here or will be?
Previously, have you been? Oh, sorry, hari. All right, so it's not easy anyhow to reduce in unequal, because there's so many variables in the ends over there, so many crisis policy management that trigger more unequal situation economically, politically, and socially. But basically, the source of unequal picture we have here is the policy. What is the reason so far? Pemerintah ya, ini beri 4.000 pulang orang Cina, orang asing, 4,000 island. Hey, come on China, come on, I have 4,000 island. Why don't you occupy it? So that's not wise. We lost dignity for the people. Okay, they can use their language. They are free to enter the territory. And secondly is the management crisis, because in our system, the political elite can be major, governor, or whatever, if they can win the local election. And to win the election, there's a lot of investment has to be made, because you have to put banners like this size in all main street. You have to give support to your supporters. And if, well, I have a friend, on the first day to declare himself to be candidate for governor in one province, they spent $300,000 or 4 billion. Para 3-4 million instead about $250,000 just to distribute attire, baju kos, ada lambangnya. But when they elected, can you imagine, his salary just only 25 million, only just 2,000 or 1,500 US dollars. They spend a few $100,000 US dollars. So the way to return their investment, they to bribe Chinese business person to take the island, to take the mining, to take whatever they want, because the policy is in the hand of the government. So now, luckily, I think that the governor of Riau has been jailed for many years. Ya. Ada di penjara kan ya gubernurnya, Pak ya. Ya. So, saya kira susah, semuanya harus di penjara karena memang sistemnya salah. The only way is to immediately amend the Constitution. Kembali lagi lah ke Undang Dasar 45 ya, supaya ada harga diri orang Indonesia. Masa Riau minyak di atas, minyak di bawah, seluruh tanahnya dikuasai di M.Pd, apa sih namanya itu ya, dan sudah punya sekian juta hektar tanah, masih juga melihat saudara-saudara di sini masih tetap miskin, kan sangat luar biasa di zaman mereka. Waktu kita dijajah Belanda masih lebih manusiawi. Belanda tinggal di Menteng, kalau ada orang Cina tinggal di Glodok atau di kota, kalau di Jakarta. Kalau ada orang Islam penduduk dikasih di Klender, Jakarta Timur. Jadi mereka semua punya tanah. Kalau mereka datang misalnya Melayu ya, West Sumatera ke Jakarta dikasih kampung Melayu. Ada Ambon datang ke Jakarta dikasih tanah kampung Ambon. Sekarang ini tidak ada lagi, seluruh tanah yang strategis dikuasai pengusaha itu orang Cina. Tidak ada lagi orang Indonesia punya. Dan begitu dia berkuasa, dia bawa duitnya keluar. Jadi inilah kebiadaban pengelolaan negara yang paling dahsyat, yang kata Bank Dunia sebenarnya sudah tidak ada, sudah pecah-pecah. Apa dasarnya orang ini meminta 4.000 pulau supaya dikelola oleh pihak luar? Apa orang dia tidak bisa kelola sendiri gitu loh. So that's actually the disaster policy and management. That's the thing. So university should hand in hand to fight for equality, to preserve the dignity of the old people, not to sell diploma certificate to favor the business persons. Harga diri kita mari kita rawat supaya selamat. Dan kalau kita bersuara disebut teroris, karena itu sudah begitu modelnya memang. Itu hanya akal-akalan aja. So if you listen the speech of Barack Obama in CNN, you can Google it now. He made a very sincere apology to the people of Libya, the Islamic world, because they attack, destroy Libya. And Obama said, I did not anticipate the devastation effect of this attack. Dia minta maaf juga ke rakyat Irak dan dunia Islam karena dia berkonspirasi untuk menyebut bahwa ada chemical weapon yang punya daya musnah massal untuk menghancurkan Irak. Kami hanya karang-karang, kata pedatonya Tony Blair. Karena Irak minyaknya 3 juta barrel per hari dengan penduduk 30 juta. Saya kunjungi Irak beberapa bulan lalu. Itu karena untuk menguasai kekayaannya. So that's the danger. Dan ini saya kira terakhir saya ingin tunjukkan ya, ada surat Mahathir yang sangat indah untuk melihat ini, karena ini proyek radikalisme apa segala macam, terus itu hanya dia kalah-kalah aja. Itu Mahathir bilang, hey dunia barat, hai pemimpin ini, tolong dibaca di bukunya ini, letters to world leaders that prepared by Mahathir. Jangan kamu menghancurkan Islam, itu satu. Ada 9 besar. Bolehkah Amerika menandatangani Kyoto Protocol? Bolehkah kamu mengikuti aturan-aturan di Perserikatan Bangsa-Bangsa dan seterusnya dan seterusnya? Tapi mereka tidak mau, karena memang mau menguasai, mau menghancurkan Islam kasarnya. Dan ada juga buku yang ini di majalah Forum, satu majalah saya menulis ini perjalanan saya melihat bagaimana persekongkolan elit-elit kita dengan bantuan segala macam untuk menyerang di sana sini asal ada orang yang mengganggu pengusaha-pengusaha ini, langsung aja disebut teroris seperti Novel Baswedan atau siapa lah. So we in danger karena ada kekuatan beberapa orang ini yang merampok kaya negara. Last, ini yang terakhir. Jadi, how will be Indonesia in the future? Saya kira kampus harus jangan hianati misi kampus. Harus tetap tegar menyuarakan kebenaran dan menyuarakan kebijakan-kebijakan strategis supaya negara ini selamat. Dalam sejarah lahirnya negara ini adalah tokoh-tokoh muda yang intelek. Jangan dibodoh-bodohi bahwa ada ini. Apa yang diarahkan supaya Islam itu lemah gitu. Begitu sebenarnya sikapnya. Masa ada Mekarta belum ada isinya sudah bangun di sana sini. Masa dia nyogok isi sekian puluh miliar. Begitulah caranya mereka berusaha di negara. Dia lebih biadab lah kalau kita lihat dibanding penjajah Belanda. Saya kira that's all.
Terima kasih Bu Siti, terima kasih Pak Habib. Ladies and gentlemen, we have to come to the end of this session. Before I conclude the session, let me read a few remarks as a conclusion. Industrial revolution impact the education institution. Also, many major changes in our life and our profession. University center our mission of various field of knowledge. Hopefully it to empower social entrepreneurship spirit. But university not the right potential, not the right track to eliminate them. Okay, big hand untuk the second session of seminar. Then thank you for your attention and participant have a great day. Thank you. Go to MC.
Thank you very much for this thoughtful presentation from the 5 experts as our keynote speakers. They have brought our mind in relation to the 4th industrial revolution in the context of industry and higher education. So we are the side of empowering people and the truth. Thank you for lovely keynote speakers. And expected thanks also goes to the 2 moderators, Dr. Avianto from English Department, Faculty of Teachers Training and Education, and also Dr. Nurpit Yunus from Postgraduate Program Lecturers of Universitas Riau. Last but not least, I also provide one pantun. Pantun is a message by using similar sound here. So let me tell you, Pekanbaru, tempat kita berkumpul mengasah kepedulian kita akan ilmu dan skill di event seminar ketiga ditajak oleh PPS Universitas Riau di Hotel Pangeran. Semoga bermanfaat dan menjadi amalan kita. Last but not least as well, thanks. That's all the opening of this conference. Thank you for your fully participation, especially all the keynote speakers. I cannot say all your name here, but it's very good sharing in this event. And then also all the presenters and participants, both from Indonesia, especially from Riau province and also overseas. And also beloved committee who have worked hard on this conference. Thank you very much for your guidance. The next program, we are going to have a great time, but before that, we would like to invite all of us here to take pictures together. So include all the keynote speakers, committee, as well as the participants. So please proceed to the front. So we are going to take the picture together. In addition, silakan Prof. And so please silakan maju ke depan Bapak Ibu semua yang ada di ruangan ini. Kita akan ambil gambar sebelum berakhir program nanti sore. So we take the picture together. Yeah, all the committees, all keynote speakers, presenters, and participants. So we would like to invite you all. So please be hurry so that we can proceed to the next session. An announcement also goes to the presenters, those who have received LOAs. So you are kindly invited to get official stamp at the committee's booth. Ya, berikutnya juga diinformasikan kepada peserta ataupun presenters seminar ini yang telah menerima letter of acceptance untuk papernya, diminta untuk mendapatkan stamp acara ini ya di meja panitia di luar ya dekat pintu ini.
Foto. Awak apa tolong? Hah?
Attention please. We would like to inform for all the presenters for parallel session. There are 3 rooms available at this level. First group will be in this room. Ini nama ruangannya adalah Bertuah Hall. Nah, the second group will be at Bertuah 6. Ya, Bertuah 6. Dan the third group will be Bertuah 7. Juga di level ini Bertuah 6 dan Bertuah 7 that will be on the left side. Jadi kita keluar di sini, terus sebelah kiri.
Iya Bu, aman tuh Bu.
Dan ada ke ujung. Disitulah Bertuah 6 dan Bertuah 7. Demikian pengumuman dari panitia. Thank you very much for your attention, and lunch is provided in this room. So would you please serve yourself here? Thank you very much. And for parallel session, parallel session, we would like to remind we are going to start at 2 p.m. Jadi nanti akan dimulai jam 2. Silakan Bapak Ibu menikmati istirahat siang, isoma, dan akan kita lanjutkan pada jam 2 siang ini sampai berakhir. Demikian pengumuman dari panitia. Thank you very much. Next, dengan ada nama-nama yang disebutkan ini yang telah menerima LOA, yaitu Sri Hartati, Cynthia Rahmi, Almas Radiraje Bati, kemudian Sudirman, Asep Mahdi Priastuti, Gimin, Sumardi, Wariras, Nopaliza, Erliza, Dona Haryanti, Said Suhil. Nah, inilah nama-nama yang sudah diberikan LOAs yang belum berstempel. Jangan lupa untuk mendapatkan stempelnya di meja panitia. Meja panitia pas di dekat pintu masuk ruangan ini. Demikian, terima kasih. Kepada panitia, kita minta kesediaannya untuk berfoto bersama keynote speaker. Please, kepada panitia kita minta kesediaannya untuk melangkah ke depan. Ya, terima kasih.
Siko nak. Kenapa dulu? Siko.
Sekolah beda kelasnya.
Awak beda.
Beda. Nah,
biar
itu kami kelas apa biasa? Ada bang? Ada mungkin.
Dalam turin tu, mungkin makan lu. Bismillah.
Gini makan dia?
Iya tuh orang puasa.
Iya puasa makan lu. Titip dia. Sudah kembali ya. Dengan ada yang bisa naruh bang, enggak? Bang, masih 9 nak, dia perhatian lama. Enak ya.
Yang lain mana?
Hah?
Yang lain. Uang sama siapa?
Mana? Yo.
Saya kasih
Berdua.
ada kan? Kesini lah ya. Udah kuang gelap. Shit.
Apa tuh?
Ini. Ya habis.
Apa tuh?
Kan
Minta. Lanjutin.
Apa ya? Tapi dingin tapi kalau enak apa biasa dingin.
kok jadi banyak segini punya aku ya?
Aku makan dulu lagi.
Sendok lah.
Ini sendok. Tongkon tuh.
Jadi kelihatan sedikit. Kita makan ini dulu. Manis.
Mau eksis sosmed foto lu.
Wah, makan lu.
Orang udah dari VIP.
Hah?
Kena speaker udah VIP.
Enak kali itu loh.
Ini.
Ya karena duluan bang.
Hah?
Duluan.
Oh iya, Bang.
Kantong keluar. Hai.
Nah, kalau putih tuh kayak nggak datang diri, Bu. Tongkol hitam.
Ya, kantong kiri.
Tongkol bule ya.